These are some rap lyrics that really happened. First, we have a lyric from Youngboy. O Block Pack get rolled up. Murder what they told us. Atlanta boy get fold up. Bring the hook. NBA Youngboy. This line really lit the flame to a beef that was slowly dying out between him and Lil Durk. In this bar, he disrespects King Von and even the neighborhood that he grew up, O Block. King Von is a popular Chicago rapper that started to take off in 2019 after he was released from prison and dropped his single Crazy Story and has had his fans' attention since. It was until November 6, 2020, King Von died after being shot outside of a nightclub by Quando Rondo's homie, Lil Tim. This line taunts Lil Durk, someone who grew up with and was very close to Von. But Lil Durk isn't Youngboy's only op. Them corners picked him up cause he was slumped like a drunk man. Lit Yoshi runts. Lit Yoshi is a Baton Rouge artist that's signed to Fredo Bang's label, TBG. Fredo Bang is known for his ongoing beef with NBA Youngboy that has a lot of bloodshed behind it. In this specific line, Yoshi is talking about Desmond Hartnett or Dump. Dump managed and was very close to Youngboy before he passed away in a shooting. On May 4th, 2018, Dump was chilling with some family when a vehicle pulled up and fired several shots, hitting Dump and a woman that was standing alongside him. Man, Lit Yoshi was a demon. He's even currently out on nearly a $2 million bond for 7 counts of attempted murder. But I can't do this video without including some lyrics from one of the most violent cities in America, Chicago. Check on your mans. I heard he got hit in the head, but he almost died, so I can't say his name cause he ain't dead. Computer murders Lil Durk. In this line, Durk was dissing one of his many Chicago ops, Wooski. Wooski was shot in the head in 2018 with some O Block members that took place while attending a funeral of one of his close friends, Dusky the Man. This caused him to suffer from minor brain damage, but he eventually recovered. What makes the line more controversial is how Durk said he can diss him because he ain't dead. Shortly after King Von died, Durk made a post on Instagram saying he's no longer dissing the dead in his tracks. He was referring to the many times he dissed FBG Duck, one of his dead ops. FBG Duck isn't innocent though. He is known for his violent and disrespectful raps. I know you heard about Lil Boo, they left his shit by a tire. Bullets was hitting him, he was singing like Mariah. Dead Bees, FBG Duck. Duck was talking about Lil Boo in this one. Lil Boo founded 600 along with D-Thang, not to be confused with O Block's D-Thang. On April 3rd, 2015, Lil Boo was shot and killed while walking down King Drive. A car pulled up on the side of him and one guy jumped out, opening fire on Boo. Duck also mentions how they left him by a tire, referencing a picture that was taken of his unresponsive body next to the wheel of a parked car. Man, Chicago used to go crazy with the disses. This next rapper we have is also a drill rapper, but he isn't from Chicago. You ran on Woo Lottie, Get Back, War, K Flock. This line may seem very vague, but it actually has a meaning behind it. In this bar, K Flock is dissing another New York rapper, Shay G's, talking about how he ran away and left his friend Woo Lottie behind for dead. Woo Lottie was killed on April 7th, 2020. He was walking along with some other YG's members through Harlem when some OG's members pulled up in a black rental car and hopped out with sticks, brooms, butcher knives, and other objects. Once the OG's saw the YG's, they tried to run away, but Woo Lottie tripped and fell and got left behind. Once the YG's caught Lottie, they stabbed him and beat him with metal trash cans until he was unresponsive. K Flock already has a foul past with the YG's, so he saw this as the perfect opportunity to diss the deceased rapper. But the disses go back and forth in New York, similar to Chicago's drill era. Jiggy Man got shot and he should have died. Wedgie Man this, Wedgie Man that, D-Thang. And no, this is not the Chicago D-Thang. The D-Thang I'm talking about this time is a drill rapper from the Bronx that is notorious for having beef with the OGs. In this song, he is dissing Sha Ek, a popular OG's member that has dissed D-Thang and the other OGs multiple times. He also goes by the name Jiggy Man. Sha was allegedly shot by a female YG's member in 2020. Sha Ek never confirmed this, but in an interview on March 28, 2021, when he was being asked about it, he just shook his head and said, "If you know, you know."
It was, I don't know, it was a rumor saying that you got shot. Is that true?
If you know, you know.
So I guess if you know, you know. The title of this song is also a mock of Sha's popular song Jiggy Man This, Jiggy Man That. Sha is best known for when he was seen on camera receiving a full-blown cartoon-style wedgie by his so-called friends at the time, but America isn't the only country on that hardcore drill. Even with guns being banned in the UK, violence still exists. He got done like kebab. It went through his chest and come out his back. Active Gang, no hook. Active Gang is a majority Somalian drill gang from the Agar Grove estate located in northwest London. The most most notable members of Active Gang are Broad Day, Too Smoky or Rocky, and Suspect. The gang has heavy beef with the 51st Alliance, which includes Queens Crescent, Combo, and Peckwater. But in this exact line, they are talking about Alex Smith, who goes by Culprit. Culprit is a member of the Combos and had beef with Active Gang. On August 12, 2019, Culprit was cooling in Camden, North London with some homies when some ops from Active Gang pulled up on him. Once the Active Gang members noticed Culprit, they hopped out of the car and chased him down. Once they finally caught him, they beat him and stabbed him twice. The killers were seen on camera beating and stabbing him, making the police's job 10 times easier. On March 12, 2020, Arif Biomi was sentenced to life prison for the murder of Alex Smith. This was supposedly payback for Arif getting stabbed a few months back and nearly losing his life. But that was only one of the 4 suspects. Yusuf was also convicted on this charge after he admitted to burning the vehicles that they used in the murder and was also sentenced to 2 years and 10 months in prison. The last 2 suspects, Active Gang members, Swavey and Suspect, were found almost 2 years later after they fled to a neighborhood in Kenya to hide out. I'm also going to be giving away $100 to someone who subscribes in the next 7 days, so make sure you subscribe to enter. But if you thought the story behind that diss was wild, Florida rappers take it to the next level. Went out to eat on his birthday, 4 shot, 3 dead in the worst way. He kept dissing on me, now he's smoking 23. Foolio, when I see you. This is a line from Foolio's response to Youngin Aces, Who I Smoke. Foolio is a rapper from Jacksonville, Florida that has recently blew up for this diss track. It uses the same beat from Fantasia's When I See You. In this particular line, he is dissing Youngin Ace's brother, Trevon Bullard, and 2 of his friends, Royal Smith, who goes by 23, and Jacoby Grover, who also died in a shooting while enjoying a night out. On June 5th, 2018, the 4 just finished celebrating 23's birthday at a restaurant in Town Center, and they were riding through the streets of Jacksonville when they arrived at a red light. When they pulled up to the light, they were met with a hail of bullets coming from another vehicle. And even though everyone in the vehicle was hit, Ace was the only survivor out of the 4.
4 young men were in this car when they were shot. Police say 3 of them have died. The vehicle pulled up to their Chevy sedan, opened fire, then took off. And 1 is in critical condition at the hospital.
He says in an interview how he tried to use his body to shield 23, but it just wasn't enough.
I ain't gonna lie, I tried to like shield my little brother, 23. It was his birthday. So I tried to shield him and shit, make sure he was good, but I couldn't shield everybody though, you know what I'm saying? But I tried to shield him and get out at the same time.
But the next rapper evaded death and even told his ops to get their aim up. How the fuck you a killer and ain't nobody come up DOA? Big Scar, So Icy Boys 2. Big Scar is a popular Memphis artist that's signed to Gucci Mane's new 1017. In this line, Scar is referring to a situation where he was chilling in his hood located in South Memphis when the ops slid on him. He tried to duck out of the way, but ended up getting hit in the hip, and since he was positioned in a certain way, the bullet went through his body and punctured his lung. He was rushed to the ICU for immediate surgery. The doctors were having a hard time opening up his stomach to get to the bullet, so they had to remove his appendix. This procedure gave him a large scar on his torso, which actually goes pretty well with his name. Gucci really recruited some South Memphis savages though, because Big Scar isn't the only one rapping about real life events. We ain't mask up, no dodge your ex. Just know who it was. It started like the 80s. Once I'm back, get it in blood. Pooh Shiesty, back in blood. In these lyrics, Shiesty was referring to EBG Jizzle, one of his ops in North Memphis. He describes how he and his gang ran in Jizzle's house while maskless and robbed him of some of his guns.
We ain't masked up. We want you to see this face. In the red, we want all smoke. We ain't dodging no red. You niggas know who it was did that to y'all. You nigga know.
Jizzle later confirmed that this did happen in an interview, but he said Shiesty was exaggerating in the song because they robbed him while he wasn't even at home.
The shit started from really from a burglary. You hear me? Nigga broke in the house and stole some. You hear me? Stole some. Took it too far with it. And really try to put it like they extorted something, but they really did some chunk ass shit. You know how it go.
Not too long after the situation, EBG Jizzle was shot, and Shiesty saw this as an opportunity to take another slick shot at the rapper.
Ooh, I can't walk. I can't walk. This nigga goofball. I bet a nigga can't do this. Nigga can't do this.
After dissing EBG on Instagram, saying that he's paralyzed, Jizzle replied with a video of him moving his legs, showing they work, and saying that Shiesty is just trying to look hard for the fan.
I've been hearing rumors in the wind, say I won't walk again. We don't like.
Once recovered, Jizzle went on to drop a diss track towards Shiesty. And make sure you subscribe for a chance to win $100 in the next 7 days.